Jenny Marshall's front lawn next to her house here. Jenny's a school teacher, and we're in North Carolina where she is running for Congress in the age of Trump, trying to knock out an incumbent Republican. And I'm here on a road tour because I believe that unless the House becomes Democratic controlled in 2018, we're on the verge of more problems than ever. And so the first thing I wanted to ask you, Jenny, is just your name and where you're running for folks to know.
Sure. My name is Jenny Marshall, and I'm running for Congress in the 5th Congressional District in North Carolina.
I'm with Jenny talking about her political race. And Jenny, I want to ask you something.
Mm-hmm.
How do you, as a mom, first of all, how old are your children?
Well, the oldest is 23, and the youngest is 9, going to be 10.
And how many kids do you have?
I have 7.
And so you've been teaching and you have 7 children, because just from my point of view, and this doesn't look very professional, but here's how I do it. Let me just say that from my point of view, the reason I'm here talking to you is for my grandchildren. And I mean that literally. And I bet the reason you're running is because you fear for your own children's future.
Correct. They have dismal futures at this point. Even people who go to college are not finding jobs in their degree fields, and things are dire.
When you run against this Republican, in a way you're also running against Trump. How would you sum up, if you had to tell somebody from another planet what happened to us? What happened to us? Who is Trump and why did he win? What is going on in this country?
Well, we had a little bit of a discussion after I went back to school the next day after the election, because I taught in Title I priority school of mostly minority students. So we had that discussion, like, how did Trump win? What was his messaging? And really, what were people seeking? And his message was one of make America great again, which is one that you could really ascribe to anything that you believed in. And it was a positive thing for people who could just project what they wanted to see in the future. And sometimes we look in the past and we look at it in kind of rose-colored glasses and we forget some of the negatives and we accentuate the positive. And so I think a lot of people were looking to return to a time where they felt more safe, more secure, and more financially prosperous. And what we've found is with Trump is that he is looking out for his own best interests. He doesn't really care about the middle class. He tends to have, wide range of displays on Twitter of, mocking people and saying rather, pointed and sharp things to foreign countries. And it's just not very diplomatic is what I would say. And Virginia Foxx also has a history of doing those same things and dismissing people who come to see her in her office, and really playing on the fact that she's a free market. Everybody should just be able to do what they want, pay what they want, get rid of the minimum wage. If you can afford health insurance, great. If you can't, sorry. But nobody should have to, be responsible for you. And that's really the opposite of what really I think people stand for. We want to care for our neighbors. We want to care for our communities. We want people to feel like we're connected. And I think Trump and Virginia Foxx's policies really disconnect people and drive wedges between us when we really should be coming together and really taking care of each other.